Hey guys, Matt here doing another update slash announcement video. Um, I have a lot of things to cover. I do apologize about the long wait and the lack of updates or anything like that. And I also apologize about my voice. I am getting over a cold, so I might sound a little raspy here. Anyways, so first things first, Revolver. That is ran into an issue with that, ran into a little speed bump. Um, my editor kind of got really busy with life, and unfortunately that happens. I'm not upset about it or anything. But yeah, so I was trying to figure out who could edit it, and I was about to just basically just do it on my own. But then I had some people kind of step up, and they're going to be taking over. So hopefully the one of my other friends who was already trying to edit it, hopefully he can maybe still edit it. But I'll be also having some other people edit as well. So that's good, and I'm really appreciative of them and everyone who's tried to edit my book to support me in that way. I'm more than appreciative of that. And but in the meantime, I have been working some other things. That's why I've been kind of quiet, because I guess I've just been so busy with everything and just more focused on trying to get things done rather than let say everyone know what's going on. So I did get a book cover done for Revolver. It's gonna be right here, and it's not the final image, but it's pretty much the final image. It's pretty much what it's gonna look like. I'm gonna try and make some tweaks if I can to it. If not, this will just be the final one. But pretty much this is it. And I pretty much just made it the same exact way as I did the last book. And I think I'm gonna try and keep like this style of like a sword in the ground, or just a sword in general. Is like the main focus of the book cover, and then like the title and stuff. Just to keep it simple. I don't want it not too complicated or anything like that. So the other things I'm working on are two other stories. First one is one I've already kind of announced, the Master's Resistance. That one I have started the pre-work, which for two reasons. The first thing is that it basically gets rid of continuity errors at all. The second thing is that it gets me a head start on getting the third book done. That way, when I get to that point, the pre-work's already done, and I can just get really into working on draft one. So yeah, that is, again, it's not done yet. It's not even halfway done, I don't think, anyways. But I do have at least 7 or 10 chapters so far. And it's probably going to be the biggest one because of how the story is. I don't want to get into I don't want to talk about the story right now, because that will get into spoiler territory for Revolver, unfortunately. So Resistance isn't going to come out for a while, guys. Unfortunately, I do apologize, but yeah, so that is coming though. It is going to be worked on. The other thing I was working on was another story. It's going to be part of a story I thought I would never do anytime soon at all, like in the way future. But because of the support I've been getting, and this is kind of just me being really super appreciative of the support I'm getting on this, I'm going to kind of treat everyone to part of a story I thought I would never touch. And that is the part of a story for Saber. The next book is going to be called Masters the Water God, and that's going to be focused on part of a story that takes place towards the end of Saber's adventures. And the reason for that is because that the things that happen in the story set up things that happen in the books. I figured that would be a good way to explain like where all this comes from, where it stems from, where it starts. Because technically everything does start because of Saber. All the books that you're reading, everything starts because Saber, made decisions early in his life, and unfortunately that part of his life isn't going to be told anytime soon. But because of the things that happen with Saber is the reason why all these things are happening. So, and it's only, I think it's good to at least show that story, or to tell that part of the story that then kind of starts some of the things that happen in those books. Does that make sense? So that's basically the idea behind the Water God. It's gonna be a short story. It's gonna be released for free. But it won't be released till after Revolver, um, because there are some things I want to set up, but I don't want to spoil it. There's some things that happen that won't happen until Resistance. It's just because of a timeline thing, and I don't want to start explaining things that happened in book 3, and that they'll then spoil 2. It makes a lot more sense for me to hold off on releasing it until after Revolver. Um, so again, that's the plan here, is to kind of release it in that order. In the meantime, I am also starting to come up with ideas for TB Adventures for new comic strips here. That's going to be soon. I don't have any set in stone plans yet for that. I just started thinking about it the other day, and I was like, I should probably release more. So I'm hoping to get those done soon. Before Revolver, maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3. Just depends on how many ideas I will come up with. But yeah, that's the plan here. So the plan for now, moving forward, is to get Chibi Adventures released, and then maybe 1 or 2, and then get Revolver released, and then the Water God, and then Resistance. So that's the kind of schedule here. And things may change. That's just kind of the nature of things. Things change. But we'll see. As of right now, that's the plan. I'm really looking forward to you guys seeing the new content that's coming. I'm really appreciative of everyone that supports me. It's more than what I was ever thinking it was going to do. I was actually in the back of my head, I'm like, well, I want to, this is what I want to do, this is my hope. But in the back of my head, I'm like, it's going to fail completely. Like, no one's going to read this book. But like, more people have read it than I thought would ever read it. There's fan fiction. There's one of my coworkers' daughters is writing a book report on it. I have people that are like, oh, I'll let this person know, I'll let this person know, and I'm just like, wow, this is like the support is so unreal, and I'm just so thankful to everyone. Thank you so much. I can't thank you enough, and I hope that more and more people will spread it around and it gets spread out more, and eventually my dream is that it's just as big as like Lord of the Rings or Star Wars or Harry Potter, that it becomes that big. I don't think it will, but I have hopes. That's my hope. But yeah, again, thank you guys. The other thing too as well is that I will be doing a Patreon. Yeah, this is just another way for you guys to support me. Even if you don't like to read or anything like that, but still want to support me in some way, other than just sharing it, you can support me on Patreon as well. Link will be in the description, and yeah, you can just sign up for even $1. Even $1, it helps. Like, I'm be more than appreciative. If you're supporting me for $1 a month. I have other tiers as well, and I'm still working on things. Some things may change. I'm still kind of doing things, but you can check out everything down below. And you can check the link and check out what the it gets you for $1. Just gets you basically just you're just supporting me. You have access to the Patreon. $5 gets you access to more of the Patreon. $30 gets you access to Patreon. It gets you a piece of art that I would send to you guys. Basically it would just ask for your address, and then I would work on send it to you. The last tier would be $100, and that would be basically like a super happy, like, thank you so much, and that would get you everything plus all the books that get released. I will send to you. Like, I will, like, when I send these things to you, I am physically like sending it to you. I will, I'm gonna basically order myself, because off of Amazon I don't have access to just be like, hey, give me a copy. I have to like buy it myself as well. But I would buy it sign it, basically buy it, send it to me, sign it, and then send it off to you using the address that you provide on Patreon. So yeah, it'll take some time to get to you because it's gonna get to me first, so I can sign it. But then it'll get to you, and you'll have a signed copy. But yeah, again, check out Patreon, and you can support me there as well. And I'll be making art. As of right now, there's nothing on there, but I will be making art specifically that will be specifically on Patreon. Like, in order to see the art, you have to pay in advance. You have to pay to view the art. So thank you for all the support. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.